What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Tackle Tuesday here on Joe Bob's Bass. Thank you all for tuning in as per usual. Today, guys, we're talking about none other than the Depps cover scat. All right, this is a bait that's been out for a while, right? These kind of poop-style baits, as you would call them, hence the name cover scat, right? They're not like a new thing, but a lot of people still kind of maybe veer away from them or haven't tried them just because of the way that they look, right? I mean, they're kind of a dumb-looking soft plastic lure, right? And especially when you're talking about this bait and just Depps stuff in general, especially soft plastics, they're pricey, right? This is I believe this is a 5-pack for like $11 retail. That's pricey, right? When you're talking about soft plastics, unless it's something silicone or super durable or just really, like super JDM, whatever. These are pretty readily available here in the United States. You can easily go and find them on Tackle Warehouse. Speaking of, a lot of the colors and sizes are on sale for $5 right now, so you don't have to pay that $12 a pack, okay? But here it is, guys. This is the cover scat from Depps. Now, this is the 4-inch version. This is just the green pumpkin color, nothing too fancy or special. They do have a ton of colors, okay? So keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, this is a poop style bait, really. We'll get into how to fish it in a minute, but you got this big, huge hook slot all the way along the bottom there. You've got kind of a couple other little pieces or things that they thought about that are really kind of cool. You've got this little indentation here if you're using an EWG that kind of helps, just kind of pokes out where that point of that the little, I don't know what you would even call that, where the eyelet is, and then it comes down and, and does this thing. That's where that will sit, right? And then on the back, depending on what size hook you use, almost, a 4, 5, 6/0 hook, all those points are going to sit on this little tiny ridge right there and be able to kind of point that hook point into there, so it makes it extra weedless, okay? And really, that's kind of it, guys. Plain and simple. It's a little poop tube of a bait, right? There's nothing crazy about it. It's got some ribs that they claim are for stability on the fall. This whole kind of back butt part is kind of more of that texturized, kind of gives it that realistic craw kind of look, which I definitely like. But when you're talking about throwing this thing, guys, this is the 4-inch. I'm rigging this on a 4 or 5/0 most of the time. I believe on the website, or at least on Tackle Warehouse, I was just looking, and I think it says like 6, 7, or 8/0 hook. That seems pretty big. Now, you definitely could. That hook slot on the belly here goes all the way to the back, so you can definitely fit a real big hook on there if you want to. Granted, this bait is like 40% salt. It is heavy. It is almost an ounce just by itself without the hook. So you don't need something to help it sink any faster, right? Granted, it's not sinking really, really fast. This is kind of in the category of gravity baits. So it's definitely just made to sink, right? But every time that I've been throwing this, I don't know if it has to do with water temperature or density of the bait. I don't know what it has to do with, but it's a nice fall. It's not like it just, right? It's not a jig. I mean, it doesn't just sink to the bottom. It's got a nice fall to it, right? I would say maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4 feet a second, somewhere in that range, right? Really, guys, I mean, it's pretty easy to fish, right? You're throwing it weedless, so you can throw this thing around docks, you can throw it around weed lines, you can throw it up into pads, you can throw it up into timber and cover super, super easily without worrying about getting snagged, okay? Now, here's the thing. This is definitely a gravity-style bait, which means, it's meant to be fished maybe a little deeper, meant to be fished weedless, meant to be fished in this kind of cover and that kind of stuff. I like throwing this thing in pretty open water, guys. This last weekend when I was out throwing this, caught a couple fish, actually caught a smallmouth and a largemouth in this within about 20 minutes, and I was throwing it just off of weed ledges, right? Throwing it where I kind of saw 10 or so foot of water and some big, big, nice, super green, super healthy weed edges and ledges where it was kind of getting out to deeper water. Would throw it right along there. Boom. And I was never getting to the bottom, guys. It was always on that initial fall, and 2, 3, 4 seconds in, boom, you feel that hook and you set it, right? Again, I'm throwing this on a medium heavy spinning rod, which pretty much everybody's got one of those, right? You can probably get away with maybe a medium combo. You can definitely throw it on all kinds of different casting combos, but it's especially rigging it weedless, and especially if you're using like a 5/0 or a 6/0 hook with it, on the 4-inch that is anyways, you're going to want something a little stiffer to really drive that hook home, especially if you're putting that hook point into that little nub here that's on the back to make that extra weedless, okay? So guys, go out, go try to fish this. These gravity baits are super fun. If you haven't seen it yet, go back about a year now. I talked about the Yamatanuki from Yamamoto. Same kind of concept. Very different looking, but same kind of bulbous body. And that one just has more of kind of a little bulge here instead of kind of more of this cross-shaped poop tube, whatever you want to call it, okay? So a little bit different. I love both of them, guys. They both catch fish the same way. You can fish them in very similar scenarios, okay? But yeah, guys, that's it. The Depps cover Scat, okay? And officially, guys, starting this next week, we are launching Swim Bait Sunday. I've been working on it for a while now. I've been teasing it for a while now. My apologies. I think a couple weeks ago I said next Sunday we're going to start that, and that just didn't happen. But we've got a couple videos prepped and ready to go, so super stoked about that. And guys, you guys know I love that. I just love swim bait fishing, right? So we're going to be talking about the Metro. We're going to be talking about the Retro CT. We're going to be talking about the TK, the Spro Rat, the Spro, what's this guy called? The Shad, right? We've got mag drafts, we've got burritos, we've got Citizens, we've got the Nessie, we've got DC swim baits, and probably another dozen more that are now sitting in my boat right now. But guys, swim bait fishing is just a whole different game. It's just a whole different niche in this bass fishing world that is so much fun, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So stay tuned, subscribe if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know other soft plastics, other baits, other reels, rods, boat accessories, tackle accessories, backpacks, whatever that you can think of that you love, or maybe you're just on the fence about buying and you want me to give it a try before you do. Leave a comment down below, guys, and go get bit. All right, we'll see you next week.